Welcome to Science Store online classes.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello dear students, welcome to chemistry online classes. Today we are going to discuss about hydrocarbons, NEET JEE topic. In that one last class it is over octane number, petroleum octane number and everything is discussed in last class. Just go through that video. And now today we are going to discuss about a diesel fuel. Carbon in hydrocarbons, carbon 14 to carbon 18 it is called, it contains diesel actually, means petroleum fraction, carbon 14 to carbon 18 contains diesel. Okay, in this one, in that petroleum we were discussing about octane number ON, in this one cetane number CN. Percentage of cetane is 100 in this one, and percentage of alpha methyl naphthalene cetane number is 0. Understood? That two mixture you are taken cetane, this particular methyl naphthalene cetane number is 0 and this particular is cetane number is 100. My dear students, please note that particular. In cetane means N-hexadecane, So the same is used actually. Here cetane number is 100, here alpha methyl naphthalene is cetane number is 0. So low octane number fuel makes good diesel. Remember this, if the octane number is low means it is good fuel, diesel fuel. Understood? So for diesel we are calling cetane number, octane number is petroleum. Understood? So cetane number, it is N-hexadecane is cetane number is 100 and alpha methyl naphthalene cetane number is 0. These two are mixed. Next is LPG and CNG. LPG liquid petroleum gas, butane and isobutane are example. CNG means compressed natural gas, methane, ethane. Octane rating is 130. Just for your information, I give one additional information. Okay, my dear students, next we are going to discuss about alkenes. And alkenes are nothing but carbon-carbon double bonds. It's also called olefins. That discussion is over in board class, CnH2n. And in that one I given actually naming. Naming means by writing formulas CH3, CH2, everything, carbon, nitrogen and everything. But here I just used a shortcut method. Instead of writing entire thing, see, this is bond line structure. This you are studying in organic chemistry first PUC class. So the bond line is nothing but this. See, this is actually CH3, CH2, here CH double bond CH2. This is same as nothing but this particular. The same thing I wrote in a bond line. Here CH3, CH2, CH, CH2. This same thing in bond line representation you are writing like this. So it is nothing but but 1 in the first position, 1, second, third, fourth. In first position what is there? Double bond is there. So it is but 1 in. Okay. Next, in transform you are writing, my dear student. This is actually, if I write like this, don't get confused. These all just for bond line. Remember, if I write like this means it is nothing but CH3, so here CH, understood? This is actually cis but 2 in. This discussion is over. This is trans, here CH3 is there. Here my dear students, how it looks actually, this one CH3, here CH double bond, CH2. The same thing I wrote here. Understood? So this is just a bond line representation. In this one we are not mentioning carbon and hydrogen. Remember, here CH3 is CH3, CH is there, CH2 is there, based on carbon tetravalency. Here this is also, this is cyclobutane. Here CH2, 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 CH2 is there. Understood? Here CH2, CH2, CH, CH3. This one CH2, CH2, CH, CH3. This is nothing but methyl cyclopropane. Understood? This all we are used to represent by bond line structure. Bond line structure only they will ask for exam. That's what I given. Most of the times they are not giving this one. This type of they used to give like this. Don't get confused. This is the first time I am seeing this structure. What is this structure actually? What is this structure? Here CH3, CH3, CH, CH2. Carbon is tetravalent. Only that much you remember. 4 bond between carbon is possible. Note down, my dear students. Okay, my dear students, next preparation of alkenes. So how to prepare alkenes, that is very important, my dear students. How to prepare alkenes? So it is very simple, my dear students. How to prepare alkenes means first is hydrogenation. Hydrogenation of alkenes gives alkene. Hydrogenation means adding hydrogen. Hydrogenation of alkenes gives alkynes. My dear student, this is one of the important reaction because here we are using Lindlar's catalyst. Lindlar's catalyst. What is C? Remember, lead in the presence of barium sulfate is called Lindlar's catalyst. Understood? So it reduces triple bond to double bond, my dear students. So it will take alkene, this is alkyne reacts with the hydrogen. These two hydrogen is added to one of the carbon and another, these two hydrogen added here, one carbon hydrogen is added to this carbon, another hydrogen is added to this carbon. Note down, it gives actually, my dear students, so which one is Lindlar's catalyst? Barium sulfate, 640 degrees Celsius temperature, my dear students. So this is the reaction, 410 degrees Celsius, 410 degrees Celsius temperature. Okay. So in this one very important thing is catalyst. Lindlar's catalyst is used. Lead in the presence of barium sulfate, my dear students. So it reduces triple bond to double bond, no doubt. We are adding hydrogen to this triple bond because we are getting 2 hydrogen added here, 1 hydrogen like this. Okay. Next we are going to discuss about this. Okay, in this one, which one we got product, my dear students, because the just before we done with the reaction, C triple bond, C triple bond in the presence of lead barium sulfate, 410 degrees Celsius temperature, we got hydrogen is added, so it forms like this. So it gives, my dear students, the same light, here 1 hydrogen added, here 1 hydrogen added. Correct? No? Cis form, cis alkene you will get. Cis alkene. Okay. Remember, the cis alkene preparation is possible by hydroboration. Understood? Hydroboration. What do you mean by boration? Adding boron and hydrogen. Correct? No, adding boron and hydrogen is called hydroboration. Boron hydride means you are treating alkyne with the boron hydride or diborane. Diborane is, what is the formula? B2H6. You divide this diborane, it gives BH3. This is actually diborane only. Understood? Borane is treated with the alkyne. It gives, my dear students, RC. One of the hydrogen is added to this particular, and here double bond CR, here BH2. Further again treated with the acid. H plus means again treated with the acid, my dear students. It gives, my dear students, RCH double bond CHR, cis alkene. Cis alkene. So cis alkene is prepared by two methods. One is treating with the Lindlar's catalyst, lead in barium sulfate. You are getting alkyne get converted into alkene, and hydroboration you are treating with the diborane BH3. Understood? So B2H6 means diborane, dimeric form. Okay. BH3 is treated, and you are getting this particular, and here again it is treated. This will be replaced by this particular H. So at last we are getting cis alkene. Okay. This process is called syn addition. Same side, see, same compound occupy on same side, means here HH on same side, RR on same side. So it is syn addition reaction. Syn addition. This is also syn addition. Syn addition reaction. Okay, my dear students, next method of preparation of alkene is dehydrohalogenation. Dehydrohalogenation means what, my dear students? You studied removing hydrogen and halogen. Correct? No? Dehydrohalogenation. In this one mainly we are using, say, CH3, CH2, Br. Understood? From this one we are removing one hydrogen, also we are removing one bromide. Correct? No? So same thing I can write like this, my dear students. Note down, my dear students, the same formula I can write like this. CH2H, this is nothing but CH3. Here CH2 Br. Which one I can use? Potassium hydroxide. In the presence of potassium hydroxide, this reaction takes place. Potassium hydroxide is used for dehydrohalogenation, removing hydrogen as well as removing alcoholic potassium hydroxide. Heat. What happens, my dear students? Look at this. OH minus, see, potassium hydroxide is like this, OH minus and K plus. This OH minus will attack to this particular, this bond comes back and this bond comes out, and here this will go and attack to this particular. See, look at this. OH minus contains minus, this will go attack to this particular H, and this bond moves here, this become double bond, and this bond comes out, and this bond is nothing but a negative charge. This bond comes out, it acts as a, this will attack to another K plus. So you are getting product, my dear students, CH2 double bond CH2, and one more product is OH and H together. So it is H2O plus KBr. So this is actually removing both the hydrogen. We removed this hydrogen using OH, removed as a water. We removed halogen combining with the K plus, so KBr. So this reaction also possible in the presence of sodium hydride or in the presence of soda amine. Understood? Or potassium amine. In the presence of this reagent also this reaction takes place. It is possible Dehydrohalogenation, removing hydrogen and halogen in the presence of sodium hydride, sodium amine and potassium. These and all. Note down, my dear students. Okay, my dear students, next preparation of alkene by dehydration of alcohol. So, what is dehydration of alcohol? Dehydration, removing water from alcohol. So, once you mix water with the alcohol, it is over. That in this case, you are removing water from alcohol. It is called dehydration. For dehydration, best reagent is sulfuric acid. My dear students, please note down. For all dehydration process, most of the dehydration process takes place using sulfuric acid. So, sulfuric acid is the best dehydrating agent. Remember, sulfuric acid is best dehydrating agent. It is used to remove water. So, even from alcohol also you can remove water. You try at home, my dear students. If there any alcohol is available, means you check it with the precaution. Okay. You are removing. See how to write this. Same thing I will write like this, my dear students, to avoid confusion. So, this is actually. So, here what happens? No, this H will be removed and this will be come out. Understood? So, it is removed as this will attack to this particular. So, we are getting, my dear students, CH2 double bond CH2 plus H2O. You got alkene. So, which one used? Sulfuric acid. So, my dear student, here I will write, my dear student, CH2 double bond CH2 H2O alkene. So, preparation of alkene using sulfuric acid by dehydration. Dehydration means we removed water from this particular compound, correct? No, the beginning water is there in this one. We removed water content and it gives alkene. This is one method. So, in the presence of sulfuric acid, dehydration is possible. Same time, in the presence of aluminum oxide also dehydration is possible, my dear students. Aluminum oxide dehydration is possible. Phosphoric acid dehydration is possible, and phosphorus oxychloride POCl3 in the presence of pyridine. In the presence of pyridine, this reagent also used for dehydration. Phosphoric acid also used for dehydration. Aluminum oxide also used for dehydration. See, phosphoric acid and phosphorus pentoxide also used for dehydration, my dear students. This is also used for a dehydration. So, all this reagent you can use for dehydration, removing water. Major important one we are using is sulfuric acid because it is easily available, sulfuric acid. Understood? So, most of the reaction we are using, and dehydration is very easy in tertiary alcohol, my dear students. Tertiary alcohol dehydration is very easy compared to secondary, primary. What is tertiary alcohol, my dear student? See, alcohol group is attached to, see, OH. This is actually tertiary alcohol. OH group is attached to carbon. That carbon is attached to 3 different carbon. It is called tertiary. Understood? Secondary means OH group is attached to carbon. That carbon is attached to 2 different carbon. That is secondary. Primary means OH group. This is primary or secondary? This is actually primary. CH2OH. See, OH group is attached to this carbon. This carbon is attached to only one carbon. Then it is primary. So, in case of tertiary alcohol, dehydration is very easy compared to secondary, compared to primary. Note down, my dear students. These are all E2 E1 elimination reaction. In this one, E1 elimination reaction takes place. E1 elimination, primary alcohol, E1 elimination. elimination reaction, E1 elimination reaction. Secondary alcohol, E2 or E1 elimination reaction, that you are studying in the first PUC. Understood? My dear students, small changes. Primary alcohol undergo E2 elimination, not E1, E2 elimination. Tertiary alcohol undergoes E1 elimination. Secondary alcohol undergo E2 or E1 elimination. So about elimination reaction, one video is there in SN1 and SN2 mechanism. SN1 and SN2 mechanism. In that particular, not SN1, elimination reaction part, it is there in haloalkanes, haloarenes. My dear students, please go through that link actually. It is there in same competitive exams, NEET, JEE competitive exam. In that one it is there actually, SN1, SN2, elimination reaction of haloalkanes, haloarenes. In that haloalkanes, haloarenes, E2 elimination reaction, E1 elimination reaction is explained in detail. Just to go through that particular video and learn this E2 elimination, E1 elimination. E2 means beta carbon. You are eliminating. See, this is actually E2 elimination reaction. This is primary alcohol, because see, alcohol is removed from first carbon and next this carbon is called beta carbon. If we remove hydrogen from next carbon, means first carbon is this one, alpha, beta. If we remove hydrogen from beta carbon, then it is E2 elimination. E2 elimination reaction. My dear students, next dehydrohalogenation of haloalkanes. Dehydrohalogenation of haloalkanes. So this is actually haloalkanes. Carbon chain to this one, halogen is attached, haloalkanes. React with the alcoholic potassium hydroxide, my dear students, it gives alkene. So sodium alkoxide or alcoholic potassium hydroxide, soda lime, you know that soda lime, NaOH, calcium oxide is also used for this dehydrohalogenation of haloalkanes, removing hydrogen and halogen. So order of reactivity of haloalkanes, my dear student, Ri is highest order because easily you can remove. Next is RBr and RCl, RF, and in this one haloalkanes reactivity, my dear students, tertiary haloalkanes reactivity is more compared to secondary, compared to primary. My dear students, just before I explained dehydration of alcohol. Dehydration of alcohol I can write like this. For example, one more example I will give you. Dehydration of alcohol, my dear students. No doubt. So this is one alcohol. Here what we are doing, when we treat with the sulfuric acid, H plus. So here O contains electron, it will go and attack to this H plus and it gives, my dear students, R, CH, EH, and here CH, and here O become positive, means one lone pair electron is used for bonding with this hydrogen. So this H plus is nothing but from where you are getting sulfuric acid. Understood? So this hydrogen and this particular water is removed. Understood? So it gives what? So this, okay, sorry, this hydrogen and this water is removed and it gives RCH double bond CHR plus H2O. So this is we prepared alkene. This is actually dehydration of alcohol. So which alcohol is this one, my dear students? This is secondary alcohol. Alcohol attached to this carbon is attached to two different carbon, so it is secondary alcohol. Here what happens, my dear students, this alcohol group will go and attack to sulfuric acid contains H plus, sulfuric acid in the form of H plus HSO4 minus. So this H plus from where it comes? Sulfuric acid. So this OH having two lone pair of electron like this, two lone pair. One of the lone pair will go and attack to H plus. So it become O plus. O plus means shortage of one lone pair electron. One more lone pair is present here only. And now to neutralize this plus charge, this bond breaks. This bond comes here. Understood? Now it gives alkene and H2O. That I explained. Primary alcohol undergoes which elimination reaction? E2 elimination reaction. Secondary alcohol can undergo E2 or E1 elimination reaction. E2 or E1 elimination reaction. Understood? No doubt, my dear students. This is about haloalkanes. When haloalkanes is treated with the potassium hydroxide or soda lime or sodium alkoxide, it gives alkene. Order of reactivity of haloalkane, Ri is greater compared to Rbr, compared to RCl, compared to Rf. So tertiary haloalkanes forms alkene easier way compared to secondary haloalkanes compared to primary alcohol, not alcohol, haloalkanes. We are going to discuss about hydrocarbons, NEET JEE topic. Okay, in this one mainly we are going to discuss about the dehalogenation, removing halogen. In this one mainly we are going to discuss about removing halogens. So dehalogenation takes place in the presence of zinc and alcohol, and we can remove halogen. So two types of halogen attachment is there. For example, my dear students, here carbon, if for this carbon, so halogen is attached to this is bromine attached to this carbon, another carbon. Understood? So this is actually vicinal carbons, vicinal dihalides, two halogen attached to two vicinal carbons, near carbons. One more type is this one, my dear students. This is actually geminal. Geminal means two halogen is attached to one particular same carbon, that is called geminal halides. So this is vicinal halides. Vicinal means vicinity, two different carbon, nearby carbon. Understood? This is geminal carbon. To the same carbon, if two halogen is attached, it is called geminal. So first we are discussing about from vicinal carbon how we are removing halogen, attached halogen. That is actually one reaction. I will give you CS2Br, bromide is attached to this carbon, and here another CS2Br. Okay, in this one we can see that, my dear students, so this is treated with the zinc in the presence of alcohol. It gives CS2 double bond CS2 and zinc bromide, my dear students. This is a product. So you are producing alkene. My dear students, suppose if you are treating, so if the reaction takes place with geminal, this is actually vicinal halides, vicinal dihalides. Dihalides means two halogen attached to vicinal carbon atom. Suppose the reaction takes place geminal atoms. Geminal means both the halogen atom is attached to one particular carbon. Then you are getting product is not alkene, then it is alkyne. Triple bond comes. Remember, my dear students, if it is vicinal dihalides, you are getting the product is alkene. If it is geminal dihalides attached to one particular carbon, means you are getting product is alkyne. So remember that particular, my dear students, two reactions, dehalogenation reaction. Sodium iodide in acetone is also used instead of zinc metal, my dear students. Sodium iodide in the presence of acetone. But this is actually stereoselective. Stereoselective means either it gives trans form or it gives a cis form. So my dear students, if meso compound means this one, understood? Here this meso compound is treated with the sodium iodide in the presence of acetone. IBr from I is negative here, correct? No, this will attack one of the Br and it gives IBr is removed, and like that 2 times that the process will take place, you will get the product is this one, transform. Transform means this bond breaks, this comes out like this and this bond comes out, understood? Okay, so you are getting transform alkene, this is ethene molecule, okay, transform, okay, not ethene, 1 2 3 4, butene, bute-2-ene, okay, this is actually bute-2-ene. So this just this and all, no need to remove that actually. You remember, instead of zinc you can dehydrohalogenation is possible, removing halogen is possible. Instead of zinc you can use zinc in the presence of alcohol, you can use acetone in the presence of sodium iodide. Sodium iodide in the presence of acetone is it removes this 2 bromide and it gives a double bond here. One of the bond breaks and it attacks to this particular, understood? So that is the method, okay. And suppose D and L form, this is actually D and L form, because if Br is placed, this I explained in your video, just go through that. D and L form, in D and L form means you can write Br in this place or Br you can write this place, understood? D and L form, it is used with the same reaction, it gives cis form, understood? It is not that much important, only you remember D means dextrorotatory, L means levorotatory, left hand side, right hand side. Something is present near to this one, dextro, levo, like that, understood? Okay, that we will learn in next coming class, no problem. For second piece it is already over, D and L forms, correct? No. Okay, my dear students, next one important reaction, Witting's reaction. Witting's reaction. When aldehyde or ketone are heated with the triphenyl phosphane, it is also called ylide. Y-L-I-D-E, ylide. Understood here? Ylide. Okay, alkene are formed. So this is the reaction. Here I taken one carbonyl compound, RCR, means it's like what, no? CH3, this is ketone, acetone, and like that RR I substitute, R if you substitute with the CH3C, understood? Okay, this is very simple, this is ketone. When it treated with the ylide is nothing but triphenyl phosphane, understood? It gives alkene and this particular compound, okay. Now that I give one example for this one, aldehyde is taken, CH3CHO means aldehyde. See, I used to write like this, don't get confused, but okay, for the reaction purpose I wrote like this, CH3CHO, it is treated with the ylide means triphenyl phosphane, it gives alkene. So how this reaction takes place, that is very important, my dear students, the reaction of this particular. I will take here ketone for the reaction purpose. Ketone, here I am not going to write CH3. Why means that bond line structure we are using, okay, just bond line. The meaning is here CH3 is the, CH3 is the down, understood? Okay, here this is carbon is partially positive, this is partially negative, that you know that, understood? Okay, now you take phosphane, triphenyl phosphane ion, ylide ion, it is called ylide ion. How it is looks actually, ylide ion? pH3p single bond and here C minus. This is actually ylide ion. My dear students, from this one only we are getting ylide ion. This is actually normal ylide. For the reaction we need ylide ion, but we are not writing in this particular ylide ion is taken. Instead of here we can write definition, ylide ion is taken and alkene is formed. Now the reaction takes place. How the reaction takes place means, this negative charge of carbon will go and attack, because it is an ion, ylide ion. Okay, attack to this particular carbon, this bond comes out. Okay, this bond comes out. So we are getting product, my dear students. I will write here this side first, this is clear. Okay, then this is actually O minus, and here this carbon is attached, that I have to write like this, carbon PS3P plus, this is compound. Okay, intermediate compound. Next step what happens, that is important. Next step, this charge will go and attack. So I will write like this, my dear students, otherwise you will get confused. Okay, this carbon is attached to this particular P plus, so don't get confused with the terms. So it is, you should write like this only. Okay. So next step, this will go and attack to this particular phosphorus P plus. Okay, negative charge, and you are getting next step, my dear students. It is like this, C P O PH3. Okay. Now this undergo cleavage, bond cleavage. This comes here, this comes here. Okay, this goes here. Okay. Bond cleavage, this will break and you are getting new product, my dear students. So one product is, my dear students, PH3P double bond, because this breaks here, correct? No, cut here. So this product you are breaking here and you are getting PH3P double bond O, one product. And the next product what you are getting, tell me. Here a small mistake I made, it seems. Okay, 1 minute. My dear students, reaction of this particular is just you for your knowledge, it is important how the reaction takes place. I will take here acetone. In simple, I am not writing a CH3, but this two lines shows that it is CH3. Okay. Then ylide ion I am taking. Ylide ion, how it looks means PH3P plus, and here single bond C minus, and here one CH3 and down one CH3. CH3 means I am not writing like this, just I am writing like this. This is actually ylide ion. The same thing I wrote. Instead of here you can write CH3, CH3. Understood? The same thing. But here negative charge is there. Instead of double bond, this double bond moves towards this carbon and this become minus. Okay. Here I am writing this mark means here CH3 is there, here CH3 is there. Okay, but I am not interested to write all bond line structure only I am writing. So this negative charge of carbon will go and attack to this carbon, this will come out like this, and it gives second product, my dear students. How it looks? O minus. Here which one is attached? Carbon is attached. This carbon having 2 CH3 like this. Okay. Then here P plus PH3. So this negative charge will move towards this P plus, shortage of electron is there here for phosphorus, it will move towards this particular. Okay. So ylide ion is undergoing reaction, that is very important. Ylide ion is undergoing reaction. Okay. Then what you are getting, my dear students, next the same you write like that only. O minus is form bond actually. C here bond breaks, my dear students, like this bond breaks. One bond comes here, one bond goes here. So we are getting two product, my dear students. Imagine here bond breaks, cut, two piece. Here this bond goes to this side and this bond goes to this side. And what product, my dear students, you are getting? First I will write this one. This is actually one product. Here C is there, okay. C, double bonded C. This is alkene. Next, one more product you are getting, my dear students. PH3 P double bond O. Okay. So triphenyl phosphonium oxide. This is triphenyl phosphonium oxide. And this structure formed, no, this structure is called betaine structure. Betaine form. Okay. These two reactions are important, my dear students. Please note down this one. See here, very important thing, I took ketone is nothing but acetone. Here CH3 and it will react with the phosphine ion, ylide ion, PH3P plus C minus. Here CH3 is attached because carbon having 4 bond. Initially it was like this. How it looks actually like this. Once it forms ion means immediately this double bond moves towards this carbon. Understood? So this here it become negative. There it is CH3 is there, okay. For avoiding confusion, my dear students. Here also CH3 is there. In reaction at the end you can write no problem. CH3. Okay. Same. Alkene. Here, my dear students, what we can see, this will go and attack and this become negative. This will go and attack to this particular carbon. Here one carbon is there. So I used to write CH3, CH3 like this. This is actually ketone, acetone. Okay. Here this bond comes out and this bond again moves towards this particular phosphorus become positive. Why? Means it loses its double bonded electron. Double bond electron shift to carbon. So that positive charge of phosphorus will get neutralized by this particular negative and it forms bond. After that bond breaks here. Bond breaking means this bond shift towards this carbon and this bond shift towards this particular. That means this will form separate products, this will form separate. This is called betaine form, BETAIN. So this is alkene and triphenyl phosphonium oxide. Okay. Witting's reaction. Next, my dear students, we are going to discuss about coal-base reaction, preparation of alkene from coal-base reaction. Coal-base reaction. So, in this one, sodium or potassium salt of succinic acid. sodium or potassium salt of succinic acid reacts, undergo electrolysis gives alkene, It's important, my dear students. Coal based reaction to undergo electrolysis and it gives product is alkene. So sodium or potassium salt of succinic acid. Succinic acid, what is the formula? CH2COH. This is actually succinic acid. Someone used to pronounce succinic acid. Okay. This H is replaced by K. Then this become potassium salt of succinate. So it will undergo electrolysis process. Applying electric current, it will divide into alkene and it gives alkene. Understood? Electrolysis process. So it gives, my dear students, CH2 double bond CH2 alkene and carbon dioxide and potassium hydroxide. Okay, this is actually reaction is called coal based reaction. Note down, my dear students, preparation of alkene using coal based reaction. Okay, my dear students, we studied one point at the beginning only. We studied Lindlar's catalyst means lead in the presence of barium sulfate or in the presence of calcium carbonate. In quinoline liquid also present along with this, or xylene liquid also present. It is called as Lindlar's catalyst. Okay. So in the presence of Lindlar's catalyst, syn addition takes place. Syn addition means if you are adding hydrogen, means that hydrogen will be added to same side of the carbon. Anti addition takes place. Anti means opposite side of the carbon. For example, I will show you, my dear students. Syn addition means, what is syn addition? This is actually alkyne, triple bonded alkyne. Understood? Alkyne. Here we are adding 2 hydrogen to this bond actually. Out of 3 bond, one of the bond is used for bonding with the one hydrogen will form bond with this. So I will write like this. See, this is actually form bond like this. This will form bond, this will form bond. Understood? So here what happens? This bond breaks and it forms like this. This is actually addition. See, actually this type of reaction takes place. So I will write here, my dear students. So syn addition means same side it attacks. In the presence of what, my dear students? Lindlar's catalyst. Barium, palladium in the presence of barium sulfate or calcium sulfate, calcium carbonate you can use, calcium carbonate. In the presence of xylene solution you can use, or quinoline solution have to use. So we are getting product is, my dear students, R, C double bond, R, here H. See here 2 H is added to the same side of the carbon. This is called syn addition product. Syn addition. Okay. You are getting anti-addition product. Anti-addition product means not anti-added. Okay, don't get confused. Anti is not getting added to this particular, don't think like that. In the presence, that means you are adding hydrogen, same reaction, but in the presence of sodium or lithium, in the presence of liquid ammonia. Sodium you can use or lithium you can use. In the presence of liquid ammonia, this is liquid, LIQ, liquid ammonia. So you are getting a product is R double bond, same type of reaction takes place, but you are getting little different product. See here, H is added to opposite side of the carbon, opposite, here one H, here one. In earlier case it is syn addition, this is called anti-addition, anti-addition, anti-addition. So this addition, see, in the alkyne, 2 hydrogen is added in the presence of sodium or lithium, in the presence of liquid ammonia. This is nothing but you are adding hydrogen to triple bond, means you are adding hydrogen. Hydrogenation process, adding hydrogen means what actually? Reduction. So the name of this reduction is Birch reduction. Birch reduction. My dear students, this please note this one. This naming of this particular reduction is Birch reduction. What is Birch reduction? Adding hydrogen to carbon-carbon triple bond. So in the presence of sodium or liquid ammonia or lithium or liquid ammonia, remember this reagent, you are getting alkene. It is Birch reduction. You are getting anti-addition product. Anti-addition means added things will be opposite to each other. Understood? My dear students, next preparation of alkene by Cope reaction. Cope, C-O-P-E. Cope reaction means tertiary amine oxide contain at least one beta hydrogen is heated at 150 degrees Celsius. It decomposes and gives alkene. So remember this definition. This is actually tertiary amine. Tertiary amine reacts with the hydrogen peroxide and fluoric acid. Understood? Like acetic acid, fluoric acid, and it gives, my dear students, oxide ion, tertiary amine oxide ion. It is heated at 150 degrees Celsius, it gives alkene and hydroxylamine. This is hydroxylamine. So the reaction part is not that much important, just for your knowledge I just given. Cope reaction, okay. And one more is from Grignard reagent, RMGX, you know that RMGX is nothing but a Grignard reagent. This Grignard reagent is, X means halogen, any halogen, chloride, bromide, iodine, like that. R means any alkyl group, magnesium, okay. It is reacted with the vinyl halide, CH2 double bond CH, and this is any halogen, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Understood? So vinyl halide, it gives magnesium halide. This is, X means halogen, X means Cl or Br or I or fluorine, anything. Understood? And alkene. This is also preparation of alkene. These two are not that much important, but for your knowledge, Cope reaction and preparation from Grignard reagent is given, no doubt.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.